Good night, everybody. Tonight, I will presentation about MBO, Management by Objective. This is a text from my lecture in English for management subject. So I hope you enjoy, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and share to all your social media. Thank you. So we will discuss about management by objective. Is a strategic management model that aims to improve the performance and organization by clearly defining objectives that are agreed to by both management and employee. Management by objective in practice. First is to either determine or revise organizational objective for the entire company. Second is translate the organizational objective to employees. Three is stimulating and participation of employees in setting individual objective. Four, involve monitoring the progress of employees. Five is to evaluate and reward employee progress. MBO concentrate on the important task of improving the performance by reduce the cost and harnessing the opportunities. To be efficient at MBO, the manager and employees should be able to write strong objectives. To write objectives, they should be smart, specific, measurable, attainable, result-oriented, time limit. Setting MBO with employees. A. Company objective. You must set a short-term objective for your company that are in line with your long-term goals. Second, employee objective. Talk to your hourly employees in each department and make them aware of the company objective you have set. Monitor result. Visit each work area regularly. Allow you to see how employees manage their objective. Performance evaluation. Sit down with your employees and review the objective you set with them. And the last is pay for performance. Employee who meet objectives should earn reward. Behaviorally encourage rating scale. BARS. Example of effective and ineffective behavior relate to job are collected from people with knowledge of job using the critical incident technique. These data are then converted into performance dimension. A group of subject matter experts are asked to retranslate the behavioral examples back into their dimension. Retained behavior are then scaled by having SME rate the effectiveness of each behavior. Behavior with a low standard deviation or retained well behavior with the high standard deviation are discarded. And finally, behavior for each performance dimension omitting retranslation and criteria will be used as call and core. How will you handle this? First, define the organization goals. Second, define employee objective. 3. Continuous monitoring performance and progress. 4. Performance evaluation. 5. Providing feedback. 6. Performance appraisal. Completing and conducting the appraisal. You will then determine the source for the performance evaluation data and then create criteria and rating scales that relate directly to the employee's job description. This will be the primary focus of our next section. Best practice in performance appraisals. The most important things to remember when developing a performance evaluation system include the following. First, make sure the evaluation has direct relationship of the job. Second, involve managers when developing the process. Third, consider involving the employee in the process by asking the employee to fill out a self-evaluation. Fourth, use a variety of methods to rate and evaluate the employee. Fifth, avoid bias by standardizing performance evaluation system for each job. Sixth, give feedback of performance throughout the year, not just during performance review time. 7. Make sure the goals of the performance evaluation tie into organizational and department goals. 8. Ensure the performance appraisal criteria also tie into the goals organization for a strategic HRM approach. 9. Review the evaluation for each job title often, since job and expectation change. Employee feedback. First, after you have developed the new performance appraisal system, consider offering training on how to effectively use it. First, review must be complete and shared with the employee before the deadline. Second, make message clear and direct. Third, focus on observable behavior. This way, the introduction of an improvement plan is not a surprise. There are 6 main components to an employee improvement plan. First, define the problem. Second, discuss the behavior that should be modified based on the problem. Third, list specific strategies to modify the behavior. Fourth, develop long and short-term goals. 5. Define a reasonable timeline for improvement. Schedule check-in dates to discuss improvement plan. Organizing performance appraisal process. Here are some things to consider to effectively manage the process. Work with the manager on pay increase for each employee if your organization has decided to tie performance evaluation with pay increase. Provide coaching, assistance, and objective development and improvement plan if necessary. Give timelines to the manager for each performance review he or she is responsible for writing. Performance appraisal interviews. To provide the best feedback to the employee, consider the following. Be direct and specific. Do not be personal. Always compare to the performance to the standard. Remember, it is a development opportunity. Thank the employee and avoid criticism. Case and problem. A performance evaluation system is a systematic way to examine how well an employee is performing in his or her job. The use of the term systematic implies the process should be planned. When developing performance appraisal criteria, it is important to remember the criteria should be job specific and industry specific. The performance appraisal criteria should be based on the job specification of each specific job. The rating in a scale with that will be used to evaluate each criteria item. A bars approach uses a rating scale but provides the specific narrative on what constitutes good or poor performance. So this is explanation about MBO. Thank you so much for watching, and once again, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share to all your social media. Thank you.